What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another weather forecast here, and I hope you guys are all enjoying your wonderful afternoon or morning here. And this is going to be an exciting upload here. We're going to be talking about a potential for a major eastern snowstorm that can bring in a white Christmas for millions, all the way down from like the Great Lakes down to possibly in the southeast. So that's really interesting here. I may see my first white Christmas in, I think, 10 years. It's been 10 years. I believe it was 2010 season here. Last time I saw snow here. So we're looking at a very exciting snowstorm here. It's going to be a very widespread storm. So models have been very consistent within the past few days, so that's exactly why I thought this is the great time to start talking about it, since they've been very consistent here. So we're going to be talking about the timing for this snow, who has the best chance out of this storm to actually get a good amount of snow. Will the storm actually happen? Let's look at the setup as well, why this could happen. So we're looking at all that in this video, so you guys can get all the answers you need instead of waiting days and days and days. But without further ado, let's get in the video. So the first thing we'll be looking at right now is the GFS. This is actually the new 12Z here. As you can tell, it's still trying to refresh here. So this is the newest data on the GFS so far here. So this is the newest update. So this is like kind of the newest model run they have. So this is kind of like the new idea, I guess you can say that. So this is what we have right now. This is Wednesday, December 23rd, I believe, the evening of the 23rd here. We're looking at a low pressure right here down in Texas. You can kind of see that little opening in those ice bars. That is a strengthening low pressure right there. That's right there. And we have another low pressure right here to the north. So we kind of have two low pressures kind of gearing a system here. But this main low pressure up here is kind of gearing this snow system here. That's going to go to the north here. So this is going to be the main low pressure right here. This low pressure down here will be the main low pressure that kind of gears and strengthens the storm here. So we're going to be seeing a big Arctic blast at this moment here. There you have that cold high pressure there from Canada. And they're going to be seeing that cold air coming straight down the spine of the United States by 23rd, kind of starting the 23rd, but mainly in effect by the 24th and the 25th here. So this is the night. We're going to see a few snow showers, that very cold air coming in. We're going to have all that precipitation there. Mainly, obviously, rain, not any frozen precipitation down there in the south central. Maybe a few flurries in the Ozarks, but it's going to be mainly, obviously, rain. As we now get into the morning of the 24th, things start to really change there. This low pressure now, of course, it's going to be moving more to the east here. Now it is right next to the Memphis or Mississippi River there. And you see that low pressure moves way to the north here. And you're going to be seeing there's that high pressure there, that cold high pressure. And there's another high pressure right here. This is going to be the main high pressure that gears this cold, dry Canada air. The same thing with Gale. It's going to have that high pressure right there in the little opening. And it's going to bring all this cold air here. That's going to be with all that precipitation. So that's going to help bring in that snow. This is a perfect example of a La Nina pattern here. Where you have, obviously, that cold air all to the north. This is a perfect El Nino pattern here. We have all that moisture to the southeast. And that's going to help bring in some snow all the way across these areas here. So that's going to go all the way to the southeast to portions of the Great Lakes, which is why this could be such a widespread storm here. So the morning of the 24th, this is Christmas Eve. We're seeing some snow showers, or very heavy snow showers, all the way down to Tennessee, as far north as Detroit and portions as well as the Traverse City area. So it's going to be a very widespread storm at the start here, but it's going to bring in rain all the way down to the Gulf Coast. So it's going to be like all the way from the Gulf Coast to Canada. We're going to be seeing some type of form of precipitation there from this low pressure. There you see snow for Indianapolis, snow for Toledo, Detroit, Lansing, some snow showers for Chicago. So that's going to be widespread all the way to areas like Louisville, Louisville. We're seeing a lot of snow potentially on the morning of the 24th. And then it continues to get way more severe. Actually, since this low pressure is down here, we might see the heaviest of the snow in the southeast instead of the north. So that's what's really interesting. I find it very intriguing because it's going to be very frigid in the southeast. And I mean frigid in the southeast. I'm, for example, going to get in the lower 20s on Christmas Eve night. So it's going to be a very cold Christmas. It's going to be very cold Christmas Eve. So it's going to be really matching up for a potentially very snowy southeast this Christmas. It's going to be mainly snowing on Christmas Eve day, but since it's cold enough, it'll kind of stick and accumulate throughout the night. So of course we're going to be seeing some very heavy snow for areas like Nashville, all the way down to Huntsville, Alabama. We haven't had a snowy Christmas in these areas really in around 2009, 2010. For example, Georgia, northern Georgia hasn't seen a white Christmas since 2010. So I don't think these areas got the same snowstorm in 2010, but I do believe they got snow the previous year. So we are looking at a 10 to 15 year drought of a white Christmas for some of these areas here. But going to be seeing some snow again. Another snow system for Columbus, Cincinnati, Evansville. And there's that low pressure as well. We're looking at maybe some big flash flooding threats across the Gulf Coast there. Maybe even some black ice, as we will be seeing some 30s and 20s as far down as Jackson, Mississippi, and Mobile. It's going to be very, very cold here. But all the way from Huntsville down to areas like London out there in Canada. So it's going to be very widespread. And there you see, now it's getting deep into the roots there in the Appalachians. This is now by the late evening on Christmas Eve. So temperatures are really, really cold here. And that's just going to help bring that heavy snow. I mean, look at that. Extremely heavy snow there in northwestern Georgia. And I'm right there across the other side of Lake Lanier. So I'm looking what they're showing. They're showing anywhere from 1 to 3 inches of snow for me, which I will take anything. I'll take anything on Christmas. It's been a 10-year gap. At this point, if I get a flurry, I will be happy enough. But all the way down from near near Birmingham, Alabama. I mean, this is going deep in the south. I mean, deep, deep, deep. Not like Asheville or Nashville. It's all the way down near the Huntsville, near the Birmingham area, all the way from Birmingham up to areas like Buffalo. So this is going to be affecting millions if it happens here. The models keep showing it more and more intense here. For example, last night, they didn't really have it going too deep in the southeast. And they didn't have this severe, but now they're getting way more severe, and they have it now lasting longer. So that's going to affect the millions there in Atlanta, Huntsville, Nashville, Knoxville, all the way up to areas like Columbus there, Pittsburgh. More snow on the way there, and the snow that came from Gale won't melt anytime soon because you guys in the highs will still stay below freezing there. And there will be a little small system there by Monday as well, the Monday next week here. So we're looking at a good amount of snow there for areas like Cleveland, Erie, Pennsylvania, areas near Buffalo. And there you see that low pressure now rapidly goes across the Appalachians here. So this is kind of a 6-hour gap. So you're probably thinking, oh, Adrian's just going to miss you. Well, it's a 6-hour gap. So it goes from 144 to 150. So that's between the 6 hours when I'll get that snow there. But I'm still getting snow in the 150 hours there. That's around 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock Christmas Eve night. Very, very late, but low. It's going to go deep into South Carolina near Greenville, Clemson. Going to bring in even some more intense snow here as well for the Appalachians. Another chance for Roanoke. Another chance there for Asheville. Look, we're going to be seeing some very strong winds from this. Let me show you guys. We're going to be seeing some extreme winds from this. So you do see as this low pressure continues to strengthen, it's going to be at 996. That's pretty strong there. You can see that cold front pushing in. We're going to be seeing our coldest temperatures in these areas actually after the snowstorm passes. But look at that. Very strong winds there. But yeah, that's going to help possibly bring some slight whiteout conditions for some there. But as you do see, it's going to possibly bring extremely heavy snow for areas that got affected by Gale. I mean, look at this here. Look at this. I mean, extremely heavy snow. Some of these areas, like Binghamton, got like 40 inches of snow from Gale, and you guys are going to get more and more heavy snow possibly on Christmas Day. Could see a snowy Christmas for Baltimore, a white Christmas, maybe even for Virginia Beach. I mean, look at that. Virginia Beach area as well. DC, you guys might get a white Christmas. Another East Coast storm here, and it's possibly going to bring some snow showers there for Christmas for New York City. Another snow possibly for areas like the New England area. So we're looking at a very widespread storm here. So it's not like a small little storm for the southeast or northeast. It's going to be a massive storm. It's going to be all the way from areas like central and southern Alabama up to the Great Lakes. So this is definitely something that we need to watch out, and I do believe this has a chance to become very, very severe. However, the Europeans are a little bit different here. They still show some snow, but not as severe, of course. So definitely have to watch. See if malls do agree. I mean, CMC agrees with the GFS here. So the European, they do show it here. Let me show you guys. There you see they haven't really developing as much of rain. So rain in Atlanta, rain in Nashville, nothing snow there. but they really have only snow showers that are deep in the Appalachians, and then possibly bring some snow there from New York City there. And they have it really way earlier. I mean, they have it bring snow for the East Coast there in the Northeast on Christmas Eve, not Christmas Day. So that's the thing with the European. I mean, they just showed a big snowstorm the last update here. They showed what the GFS showed. They actually showed almost exactly what the GFS showed, I believe, in the 6Z, and this is 12Z. I mean, there's a big difference in this huge change here. But let's look at the snowfall totals here on the European. See, this is what the European was showing. This is what they had. This is what they had for 0Z, and what I just showed you was 6Z, not 12Z. This is what they showed. I mean, look at that. A huge difference here. I mean, they have basically up to really probably anywhere from 2 to 8 inches of snow there in the highest Appalachians there across the Great Smoky Mountains. And then you see that big blob, and that's where that low pressure is going to really strengthen there. I mean, they have near a foot of snow there on near Erie, Pennsylvania, 10 plus inches there near Buffalo, 10 to 12 inches there near Pittsburgh, another big storm there, 3 inches as well near State College in central Pennsylvania. I mean, looking at a good amount of snow there, maybe an inch or 3 for Columbus, and then look at Eastern Ohio, 7 to 12 inches. I mean, this is going to be, this is something that the GFS is showing. The European just showed this before they updated here, so I do believe that the European will show it again, because that was a huge difference. I mean, that difference was really big here, but this is what the GFS is showing. I mean, look at the GFS. This is showing a massive storm. Usually the European kind of overdoes things at the beginning, but look at the GFS. Look at that snow all the way down there near Atlanta, showing an inch near Atlanta. They're showing near 2 inches near me. I mean, this isn't a joke. I mean, an inch or 2 down the south this early. I mean, all the way down there. I mean, that'll be not a wreck, but it'll be, let me just tell you, a celebration all over the place. Let me just tell you that. But all the way to 2 to 3 inches there near Huntsville, up to around far upstate Georgia, 4 to 6 inches. I mean, it is looking like a snowstorm. Let me just tell you that. Nashville, 2 to 3 inches there. Look at the deep roots there in the Appalachian, the Great Smoky Mountains. Around a foot for some regions there. 1 to 2 inches, maybe 3 inches there for Lexington. Looking at possibly maybe 5 inches near Roanoke, and the far kind of highest elevations there in the Virginia, anywhere from 10 to as far as up to 14 plus inches there in West Virginia. Looking as well near Columbus, or sorry, not Columbus, Cleveland, 3 to 5 inches. They're showing near up to another additional 9 plus inches there for State College, which they actually got that for Gale. They actually got 10 inches there from Gale and State College. They're showing up to 3 to 5 inches in DC. They're getting maybe another inch or so, maybe a trace for New York City, but look at what they have here. Up to 17 to 24 inches there for Syracuse. Same thing there to 9 plus inches for areas like Niagara Falls. I mean, look at areas, Jamestown looking at 12 plus inches. I mean, it is looking like a big wintry mess here without a doubt here. I mean, obviously this isn't guaranteed, but models have been very consistent with this since last Sunday. I believe so, last Sunday. So, I mean, that's the thing. That's really why I'm showing this. Actually, I have to wait for the CMC to fully reload. They're actually 57 hours out, so I'll have to wait for the CMC to fully come out. So I'll come back to that. But how is this possible? How is this possibly possible where it goes all the way down to the southeast if it happens what it shows right now? So you're going to see the high pressure going to be up here, bringing a really dry, cold air, and where the moisture is going to come is from the southeast there, or from the Gulf Coast there, that low pressure there, in the Texas area. It's going to bring all that moisture. It's going to be all the dry, cold air, which obviously it's a perfect pattern to bring snow across these areas. So definitely we have to watch out for. But this is the 23rd here. That's when that cold front starts to really go deep in the United States there, up to 16 to 20 degrees below average for the far northern half of the United States, then the Dakota region and Minnesota. And this is now the 24th. So you're seeing that cold developing there in Tennessee there. So at this point, low pressure is right here. All that moisture is being kind of just driving to the United States there. And then you see that dry cold air. So it's going to meet really at this point right at the Tennessee and Ohio River there. But it's going to be very warm just days before the snowstorm. That has happened a lot in the southeast where it's like 60 degrees the day before the snow, and then you get like 6 inches. That actually happened 8 months ago in like February or something like that. We're looking at 30 degrees below average there in far northern portions there of Minnesota and North Dakota. There's that main high pressure. So this is by kind of Christmas Eve morning, or sorry, Christmas Eve, and this is by Christmas Eve kind of evening. So this is kind of when that snow is now getting to Georgia. So this is going to be like what we saw, that first Great Lakes snowstorm earlier into November, where that cold front just follows the snow. I mean, that snow is right racing with that cold front. So as soon as that cold air hits, they're going to see it starting those flurries and snow showers there. So looking at up to 8 degrees below average in Atlanta. I mean, looking at very cold temperatures in the Great Lakes, but the main region is going to be right here. The south and the southeast and south central, looking at 16 to 20 degrees below average. And by Christmas morning, it's going to get, like I said, that coldest air is going to come the day after this main snowstorm for the southeast. I mean, 19 to 20 degrees below average, all the way down to Florida and Miami at to 19 degrees below average. So this is going to be a deep cold front here, which is going to help a lot to bring snow as far south as Birmingham. So that's exactly what's happening here. So usually, like Benji, that really cold air kind of stayed way more to the north, but this freezing line can go all the way down to Birmingham or even more to the south. So that's why this could be a big, deep southeastern snowstorm all the way up to areas like the Great Lakes. I mean, 24 to 30 degrees below average there in the Appalachians. I mean, that's going to really bring in those extreme conditions. I mean, look at that. Up to 32 degrees below average at some point. Actually, that shows 37 degrees below average there for portions of West Virginia and Ohio. So that's exactly why this could be a big snowstorm. I mean, these temperatures will be frigid. There could be single digits in the southeast. And I'm not kidding you. I'll show you the real-time temperatures right now. Alright guys, so these are the temperatures. This is the 22nd. Let's go to the 23rd. I mean, look at these temperatures already. We're already seeing up to negative 23 degrees there in portions of northern Minnesota. I mean, look at that. We're seeing up to negative 35 degrees up there in areas up into Canada already. I mean, we're seeing near 30 degrees all the way down in Jackson, Mississippi, 34 near Baton Rouge. I mean, this worst of the cold front hasn't even arrived. So let's take a look at this. Look at this. 10 degrees Christmas morning for my general area, or just north of my area. 27 all the way down in Macon, Georgia. 31 all the way up to the panhandle of Florida. And 1 degree for Madison, Wisconsin. 1 degree. Around 9 degrees there for Indianapolis. 13 for St. Louis. -2 there near the Minneapolis area. I mean, look how cold this area will be in the southeast. So this is, let's see, this is kind of Christmas Eve night, kind of, around there. This is kind of the Christmas Eve night. There you see that really cold air arriving there, and boom, temperatures just drop. They plummet. Look at that. Going to be seeing up to 25 there in Atlanta, so there's definitely going to be cold air to support this snow going all the way down here. Look at that. 31 all the way at the Panhandle. 6 degrees. 6 degrees in far northern Georgia. Up to a degree there in North Carolina. I mean, we're possibly seeing maybe a chance for negative digits in the southeast. I mean, that is absolutely just mental. 31 near Jacksonville, 29 in the panhandle of Florida. I mean, look, we're seeing 28 there, 20s all the way down to the coast of the Carolinas. I mean, this is 2020. This cold front describes 2020. And look at this cold air there into the Virginias. I mean, look at that. A degree, -4 degrees, 10 degrees there in D.C. I mean, look at this cold air, -5 there near Pittsburgh. It will be frigid. Wow. Well, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and bye, guys.